We are live on the Golden Square Podcast.
This is Linda. This is Barry. And when you come to the round table, you square off with the girl. Square off.
We did it. We did it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Square.
Welcome to the
Golden Square Podcast.
7 Central. And it's now 7:01. There you go.
All right. So we're in. So listen. Of course, the introduction said that I am Linda Scott and you are
Barry Barnes.
Yes. And we have a great show for you today.
Oh.
What is today? What is going on?
I don't know, with you.
Oh my God. I think I'm having a mental.
No, you are mental.
Oh, thank you. I needed confirmation. Yes. So let me just say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
How was your day?
It was no. I'm first.
You're gonna be first? Do you
Linda.
always have to be
first? Yes, I do. It's the gentleman thing to do.
What you say? You better be the man.
Okay,
be the
so
man.
I'm just trying to, but you make it so hard.
The last guy I was with said the same thing.
Easy.
What can I say? I'm just telling the truth. Whatever. Okay, so
hard-headed. That's what he meant.
Yeah.
So Linda,
yes.
How was your day?
My day is because the day is still going, right? So my day was absolutely one of the most craziest days I've had in a long time. Like last week, I had a long day as well. But it looked like every Thursday is getting longer and longer and longer because there's so much for us to do and being in preparation for the podcast. And but other than that, I really do have a great time getting ready and just knowing that I'm going to be sitting here next to you.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
yes.
One of those reasons also is the days are getting longer.
Oh my God.
So we have more sunlight. So it seems like the day never ends.
It never ends.
Yeah,
never ends.
So,
and this is one of those never ending days.
Yeah.
Never.
So we're getting ready to peak for summer, and our longest day of the year is getting ready to come upon us.
Yeah.
And I truly love the summer months because I do appreciate more daylight than nightlight.
Okay, so let me just stop you here because I appreciate the summer month, but I don't like what it brings with it.
You don't like the heat?
I don't like the heat.
I love the heat.
I am constantly perspiring to where it's like I just need to go take another shower.
No, I like the good weather, and people laugh at me all the time because I can wear a sweater in the summertime because it's summer knits. There's summer knits and there are winter knits.
Yeah, but a knit is a knit is a knit in the summertime where it's already at 8 o'clock in the morning and it's 90 degrees.
I don't know. I don't know. For me, it's just I like the heat.
You like the heat. You like the heat. I like the cold. So we're really good together. So how was your day?
It was filling.
It was. What was that?
Yeah, it was just a lot. Like you said, it's pretty much a lot going on, and the days are getting longer, and it just seems like in that there also seems like there's just not enough hours in a day sometimes to get stuff done.
It's so much going on. I think that has a lot to do with how we're feeling as well. Our mental capacity, just in general, everything that's going on in the world. It's here. It's in our head. It's like, did you just say that? Okay, where are we going? So it's one of those kind of situations.
Definitely.
And that it's just wearing us down. So we got to figure out, because we got a lot of more days ahead of us. We pray.
I was going to say that. We hope on it.
Exactly. So we have some more days ahead of us. And prayerfully, if God is, you hearing this, we want some more days.
Just a couple of more.
No, a lot. Okay. I don't want a couple. I want a lot. I'm not want. But anyway, there's just so much going on mentally.
What would you do with a lot of days?
Do we have a lot of time to talk about this? Because there is so much that I want to do now that I'm much older, wiser, mature. and places that I want to go.
So, not to interrupt you, but give me 3 items on your bucket list.
Ooh, I'm getting ready to do one. That's go to Australia.
That's good. That'll be off your list.
Yeah, it'll be off my list in a moment. Another one that was on my list, I've done it already, and that was going to Alaska, which was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, the cruise, right?
Yeah. Oh my
okay.
God, that was so beautiful. The third one, the third one is all about just resting and having a peace of mind. That's on my bucket list, where I just want to rest and move when I want to move.
Oh, I like that.
That's
hard. That's hard to do.
And it really is, because people are pulling you.
I think life in itself, with all the challenges, financial, spiritual, mental, relationship, it's all in there. I mean, and as much as we sit here single, do we want a companion?
I would like to have a companion, but I got to let him know what role it is. It's him being a companion. So he has to be a companion. I just want a companion. I don't want a husband. I don't want a husband. I don't want a husband, but I do want a companion. So what does a companion do?
You tell me. You're the one who wants one.
You don't want one?
No, I want a relationship.
Oh, okay. I just want a companion. So my companion is someone who could make me laugh. We can get up and do things when we want to. We don't have to plan anything. Just get a bag. Let's go. Let's go out to dinner. Let's go to I don't like movies, so let's go to a play. Just doing things, just enjoying life. That's what I want from him.
That sounds like a husband to me.
No, that's not a husband. A husband is with you 24 hours. If we're in this particular situation, I don't want a husband. I don't want a husband.
No. What you need to say is that you don't want to live in, because that's a husband, what you just described.
No, it's not. It is not. That's your opinion.
No. You're right. But there are many relationships that excel on just what you said. Spontaneity, freedom of movement, just not on top of each other. And I understand what you're saying totally, but that's a happy relationship when you can get it.
Okay, so most definitely would like for you to have your own place and I have my space. Yes, that's better. Okay, so that's what I want from my companion. Yeah, so, and you want a relationship.
Yeah. Okay. But I wanted to be pretty much to what you said, but as far as living together, I mean, as long as the house is big enough, and I just need closet space, when I think about it.
Closet space?
Yeah, like I couldn't have anybody move into my house right now, because there's no space in my house that you could have a closet. And I'm not cutting my closet
for someone else.
That we'd have to get a new place.
Ooh. That's like a big room.
Well, there's the fur coat closet, there's the suit closet, there's
the shoes.
There's the shoes.
You got your pants.
You
got all that.
Yeah,
you have your jewelry.
And everybody says, what are you doing with a fur coat in Houston? Because
you travel.
I go to New York in the wintertime.
Right.
So,
that's what people miss.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I need everything. So every closet has a little bit of everything in it. And therefore, if I were to get into a relationship, we would have to build a new house so everybody could be comfortable and have their space.
Okay. All right. So I have how many bedrooms? You're right. Because I have every closet in my house and everybody does a different thing.
If you come by here, make sure that you find a corner for your bag to fit, because you're not getting a closet. Okay. Okay.
But in that, you're only visiting. So you don't need a closet.
Okay, so let's talk about this for a second before we bring our guest on.
Yeah, let's go.
What is the hang up about having somebody live with you? Why don't you want that? And why is that not important in this partnership that you're trying to create for yourself?
Because I think I am a better person when you're not around me. The excitement that I receive when I see you, and I just want to be with you, and I miss you, and all that kind of stuff. And then when I look at you 24/7, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, but it's like, why are you here? Why you here again?
Well,
I don't want that,
because the way your life is, the way your life is
Mhm.
does not align with you being under or someone being under you 24/7. It just
But the guys that I had met yesterday, that's what they, oh, so how about if we do, no, we can't do it. It's no we like that.
apparently you're attracting the wrong kind of guy.
Well, the one that I did attract, God took him away. So he was the best.
Okay.
Yeah. He, we had a home in Florida and I was here and we had the best relationship, which people thought that we were divorced because I was in Texas and he was in Florida. But then again, that's minding your own business and let us take care of ours. So yeah, that's how I saw it. So
that's heavy. I think when I think about it, I think I wanna live in at some point. I mean, I want to be able to wake up sometime and see someone sleeping in my bed, knowing that they want to be sleeping in my bed at that particular time.
Okay, then at that time, I think we need to bring on our guests because we'll be talking about this because I don't want nobody sleeping in my bed. Okay. All right. So, Madam Producer, let's bring in our guests for this evening.
Please.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good. And we can hail you. We have the honor tonight to have the lovely Haydé Miller. But Haydé, real quick, tell us the right way to pronounce your name.
It is Haydé Mireya Miller.
Ooh. Good, that's good. I love
Let me get Latin flair to it.
Yes. So Afro-Latina. What does that mean exactly?
We come from the descent of, I'm Panamanian, and the Afro-Latina comes from the descent of the Jamaicans that actually came over to Panama. And then we have that Latin part of us that we do speak the language. Our heritage comes from all the mixtures. And so, people say, oh, you're Latina. No, I'm Afro because I'm still African-American. I'm still that person. So that's where the Afro-Latina comes from.
Listen, I love that, girl. So listen, you're an author, entrepreneur, influencer, content creator. Tell me about Amazing Grace.
Oh, life has a funny way of introducing the person that you're meant to be. And I'm going to say COVID is what introduced Amazing Grace Innovations, where we couldn't go to the gyms, we couldn't do anything. And I started feeling like, let me create something that I can still do at home and keep the movement and having self-love and self-esteem without bringing that overwhelming burden and every day. And so Amazing Grace Innovations started, and the grace is basically faith, resilience, and self-compassion. And the innovation part of it is basically creating products and resources that help align empowering in everyday life.
With that being said, how do you describe who you are and the joy that you have now?
I'm a person that I am at peace. I am a person that I love to give back. I'm more happier within myself because I found my passion. So for me, even if I give out one book, I know I've done something to change somebody, either mentally, physically, or emotionally. So that means the world to me. So it has changed me in that passion.
Tell us about the resistant band fitness deal. What is that?
So that's where Amazing Grace came out. And actually, I have the fitness band here. I came out, it's a 3 fitness bands that you work out, and it has the workouts, and it was mainly for COVID. So I sell these on Amazon, and that's where I started. So Amazing Grace is the big name. And then I am Haydé Mireya Miller was reborn after that underneath it.
Wow, deep. So tell us about your author. So you have several books.
Right.
One of the things I do know, because I have one that sits in my bedroom because I think it's so important, you do a lot of self-empowerment writing. I love that. What inspires you to do that kind of writing?
Right.
Past history, some of, the friends you surround yourself with when you see everything. And a lot of people don't want textbook. People just want a friend sometimes. So when me writing the book, that's where I came up with the ideas, especially like with Screwed Up. That's where I came out with Breaking Chains of Narcissism. We don't realize it's just not a relationship. It could be a family member, it could be a cousin, it could be a coworker. So that right there started inspiring me during the COVID. Like we are overwhelmed, and we are always worrying about other things instead of ourselves.
That's deep. I appreciate your ability to write empowered stuff, because from the way it seems to me, you focus on inner outer beauty, which is really taking care of the inside first and then worrying about the outside second. Tell me about that.
So I truly believe the core is your mind, body, and spirit. You know, that is what you take care of first, and everything else on the outside eventually will come and align itself. Self-care can be in different ways, you know, taking 5 minutes of prayer, taking 5 minutes of just doing a mask on your body, or just sitting still, or just having, you know, an happy hour. But taking that time, so the inner of you, making sure you're healthy, that your mental state is good, you can then pour into your friends, your communities, and yourself.
So what advice would you give someone who feels overwhelmed?
To take small steps. And, you know, a lot of times people think, I need to change everything now, and I need to be done. And if this doesn't happen, you'll never start. Small changes, small steps makes the change. And it's either having a cup of coffee every morning and just sitting there, or taking a walk 30 minutes, or writing in your journal, you know, or talking to a friend, or, you know, anyone that actually can give you that self-love and self-control back to pour back into yourself.
Wow, that's good too. So yeah, I mean, I'm feeling all this because so mental. Let me just talk about my mental capacity, and I know you have to talk to me for a minute to really see just how crazy I am. But how would you help me rebuild my self-esteem and the confidence that I used to have in myself? With, like I say, it's overwhelming, and like you said, I'm just done. How do
So,
you
like, I wrote a book called Fearless Femininity, and it's embracing your power unapologetically. It's embracing your flaws, your love, your faith. Everything surrounds you, and just me. It's just like me talking to a friend. So it's just letting you know that it is okay to have that scar. It is okay to have not your hair done, but you wake up and you took a bath. You know, the things that people are insecure about themselves. Embracing that and loving it, because, you know, society is so cruel, and we have to, social media just makes it seem like we just living in the world of fantasy, and half of it is AI, you know? So for me, when I see someone that is going through something, the first thing I ask is, you know, how is your day? Is everything okay? What can I do for you? Because sometimes people need to hear that. And a lot of times they don't realize that you working, cooking, cleaning, coming home, trying to figure out to pay the bills, and then and nobody sits down and say, Mom, Dad, you know, I love you. Thank you. So those little things may be something that you're missing. I don't know exactly, but those are the steps that I would probably take to figure out what's causing you to feel that you've lost yourself, because you've had yourself before.
But when you ask me, how are you doing today? And I say, okay.
And I say,
stop right there at, are you really okay? Do you continue to pull, or do you accept my okay?
I won't accept your okay, but I won't force it, because at the same time, I need to make sure that you feel comfortable with me. But what I will do is give you a prayer. What I will do, give you a hand. What I will offer you is to let you know that I'm here. If I see something in your eyes, I will just hug you. It depends on what I see at the time that I'm actually in front of that person, because sometimes just people may I'll buy you a Coke. That's it. And it could change their lives. I had a shirt the other day, and it says, just remember, you are enough. You are you are beautiful, and you are important. And a girl at the movies was like, I needed to hear that. So sometimes silence is good too.
Yes, yes.
I noticed in some of your books, you always leave enough space to journal. How important is journaling for the psyche?
A lot of times we have it in our minds, and it's like a computer. So a lot of times your computer is running in so many different angles, and you're sitting up there trying to sort it out. And if you're not reading that chapter and you're understanding it, you're like, oh, I needed to feel that. I needed to see that. My life is actually this way. But if you put it behind and you keep putting it behind, the explosion will come, and then you're too far along that you're like, I'm at a crash of where my mental is gone, you know? And so a lot of times writing it down can help you focus to get back on track. Not to say that it always will, but sometimes writing is a good way of sorting out what your mind is trying to keep, you know, overload.
Wow.
So you're actually getting rid of it on paper. Yes. Okay, that's good. Because I noticed your books, there's always a substantial amount of space to begin to write down what it is I just wrote, what it is I feel, and how I'm going to feel tomorrow. And I love that. Your books are very inspirational to me, and they mean a lot to me. Like I said, there's one on my nightstand it's on my nightstand because I want to be able to grab it when I need it. And I think that's so important. So I'm loving the direction you're taking in. And I just love the fact that your beauty tips are based on inner beauty before outer beauty, because therefore that outside looks amazing.
If we don't
everybody can look beautiful on the outside, but inside they probably, as soon as they get in the car, they're tearing up and they're crying and they're trying to live a life that's not. So you can't be beautiful outside if you're not inside. Beauty comes within.
So, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go.
Ladies first.
Okay. So I noticed that you do have the day planner, and as Barry said, he has it on his nightstand. What would make me pick up your day planner and write in it, or your planner, not just your day planner? Your journal.
I have so many different journals. But when I created the journals, I wanted the journals to actually speak to you. I didn't want the journals to say, I'm going to give you an example. I didn't want the journals to say a flower and just the thought. This is called The Untold Story. And this is about childhood memories. And it asks you things of describe your personality. What was the best kept secret? What you would have done differently? And what was your love of your life? Who was your love of your life? These are untold stories. But it has actually, quotes in here that I actually did. But the journal is not just a plain journal. So for me, I have over, I think, 90 something books all worldwide. I sell on Amazon and all that stuff, but all the books, I want it to be different. I didn't want it to be, I wanted to talk to us. So yeah, that's, so for me, I would want someone that wants something different, that wants to stand out and have it like more personalized for them. So for you to buy my book, I would allow you to see the whole 90 something books I have, and then be able to choose what fits for you.
I like the first one you put up. The was that like the Afro, the woman with the
the Untold Story? Yeah.
Yes, I would love that, because that makes me feel like I am writing my own personal book. That's what drew me when I saw that one. I'm like, oh. Okay.
And I have so many. And so that's why I said that when I started designing the books, it was like, I didn't want it to be, I want it for this person. I want it for this person. And then my mind kept going. And so that's how I started creating all the books.
So I know there's another book that you have that I'm really interested in, and that's the coloring book. Do adults really color in a coloring book?
They actually do. And actually, one of my girlfriends, Tina, actually, she loves to actual color at work and do word search puzzles. So those adult coloring, she loves it. Every time I make a new book, she's like, girl, I need one, or the word search puzzles. All my word search puzzles are theme based. I have a biblical one. I have one that's all inspirational. So it's just not a regular word search puzzle.
Mhm.
They're all theme based as well. So it's a
And
variety.
it's a beautiful thing because Alzheimer and diseases that are
dementia,
dementia,
yes.
those simple things, coloring books and
Yes.
little puzzles keep the mind active as we get
yes,
older. So
yes.
those really are great tools for us to stay healthier
Yeah.
longer, because the bad thing about Alzheimer's and dementia is that once it starts, it's on its way, and
It's
you
on its
can't
way.
stop it, but you can prolong it. And coloring books and puzzles and things of that nature are able to just do that, slow it down, that it doesn't take an aggressive speed on you, and you can really catch yourself with that. Plus the newer medications these days, it really is helping. So that's a wonderful thing to have, is a coloring book. I love to color.
I do too. My father had Alzheimer's dementia. I say it's the same thing.
They're different, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. But one we used to say was the old folks disease. That's the Alzheimer's.
Right.
So my dad family on his side, they basically, I think maybe 8 out of 10 of them had Alzheimer's. But my father, from my siblings, would go and get a book for my dad to write in, to look for the words and all that.
The words.
And he loved it. But here's the catch on my father. My father only had a 3rd grade education.
I didn't know that.
Yes. But he was one of the smartest men that walked the earth.
Okay.
All right, then let me just put that part in there. Dad, I ain't leaving that out. But with that being said, it's like, what word you looking for? But that kept his mind going, hunting for those letters that was in on the page for him. So I think that's why I brought it up, because I think that's a great idea. And he loved to color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I learned to do makeup, because I wanted to be a makeup artist. And my dad said, well, it's just like coloring in a coloring book. I'm like, Dad, no, it's not. Yes, it is. And then he showed me, and I was like,
he's right.
He's right.
He's right.
He's right. Yeah. So that's amazing. I want a coloring book from you.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do.
So you have self-empowerment books, you have journals, you have all kind of different sort of books. Do you have a cookbook?
I actually almost done with the cookbook, and actually I have, as a matter of fact, this right here is comforting food, and it's coming out soon. I'm excited about this because this is all of the culture, the heritage, and my family that loves to cook. And I believe that this also is part of mental clarity and self-love, and bringing families together, because food is, is comforting for everyone. So I decided to do a cookbook that actually has one of the famous recipes that we all like to cook. And so it'll be coming out soon on that one.
So where are you getting your recipes from?
Actually, my family and what I cook, because I actually, Barry knows I can cook. And my mama can cook too. So so it's a combination of the both.
Okay.
So it's all Panamanian traditional dishes.
So it's all Panamanian traditional dishes, and then I put a few vegan, but it's still in the Panamanian, family. So I put a few vegan dishes in there.
Yeah, I love the way y'all cook. Make no mistake about it.
So can I put a recipe? Look at can I put a recipe in the book?
Yes.
I don't cook, but
she can't put that in the book.
I can't put it in the book, but I can read it and prayerfully make that
and you can follow their directions.
We pushing it. Let me just. Oh, okay. So, like some of the ingredients that I would tell a story about my brother and the guys in my family. They all cook, 1 year I went home for Thanksgiving. And if y'all laugh at my brother, I'll be very happy. But anyway, so one year I went home for Thanksgiving, and all the guys were sitting around talking about the ingredients that they put in whatever they was cooking. My brother mentioned that he put some rosemary in a dish. And I said, he was like, oh man, I love it. And the guys was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I love rosemary. I didn't know what rosemary was. And I said to him, you are so evil. And I can't believe you're talking about another woman. And my sister-in-law is right there in the room. I know.
Retardation.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. And that's what they all did. They all stopped and looked at me. And I was like,
Rosemary.
That's how much she does not cook.
I don't.
She thought rosemary was a person.
I did. I really did. Help me. Let me just read the cookbook.
Send her one as soon as it's done. Send her one. She needs one.
I will. Yeah, I will.
I Am Haydé was the reborn of what for you? What is that? What is that whole movement about for you?
So it was a reborn for me. To be honest, when my dad passed away, he was living life, and I couldn't understand the reason. When I say that, I say you're moving too fast, you're doing too much. But he knew his time was coming. And for me, when that reborn came, when COVID hit and everybody was, cooped in and doing everything, I realized then that I need to find my passion. I need to find something that I love to do, because I want to leave here with my name, Haydé Miller. And so that's where the reborn came from. Once my dad was like, you got to live life, you got to keep moving, you got to, do the things you love to do. You're not promised tomorrow.
Right.
So,
right.
That's beautiful.
I think the reborn is a word that we should use more often, because we do need to be rebirthed at that time of whatever it is. And I say that because of the mental issues that we're having, right now, where we need to settle down. We need to be able to reach out to one another or someone for help to guide us on being reborn again.
Reborn again.
Her books, because they are wonderful tools in helping us sort of put these healthy tricks into our personal toolboxes that we're able to not crack up or fall apart, but we could actually read some of your books and journal our successes and failures, and not walk away feeling like we were defeated. So I commend you on your work, because it does a wonderful work. Your stuff is wonderful, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it means the world to me, because even with the word search puzzles, I wanted it theme-based, like I have for hospital, for nurses and doctors, so that when they're taking their breaks, they're not overwhelmed, but they're still learning. I even have for stroke victims. Everything that surrounds my books has something to do with health, wellness, mental clarity, self-love, and self-esteem. Some form of fashion.
That's beautiful.
I need to talk about mental. That's where I am, Haydé. I need to know that there is a place, and it's okay to talk about what you're going through. And that's what we don't do enough.
And that's what you don't do. A lot of us, because it's unspoken. You know how hard we had it when we had it back then. You don't need to be worried about this. No, life is totally different now, and the stress with the world, what we're going through now, that's even worse. From when you go road rage, people that I saw on the other news the other day, woman got mad about her order and stabbed the girl.
Oh.
So, mental is there. So yeah, I totally agree that you need to have a space where you can talk to someone, let it out, because just keeping it in, it's just a ticking, it's just ticking for you. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
because we're
Exactly.
not taking advantage of the opportunities to release and discuss the pain. Because at the end of the day, it's painful to be alive sometimes. We're blessed to be alive.
Yeah.
But the pain that comes along with it sometimes is unbearable. And
Yes.
your book sort of, if you will, give us a roadmap of how to maneuver through the discomforts of life, because they're right in front of us and we see it every day. Like you just said, a woman is going to stab somebody because the order was wrong.
Just the
Where's
order
your
was
energy?
wrong. Where do
You
we
can't
get that
talk.
from?
Yes.
I have a book called Grace Notes, and I don't have it with me on me, but I have a book called Grace Notes, and it's about prayer. And a lot of people don't know how to pray. They only pray when they want something or they need something or they in a bind. And so I wrote the book, and it has about forgiveness, resilience, hope, and every section. It's 15 chapters, and it gives you a way to pray, and then you create your prayer at the end to fit you. So I had to learn that too, because I was always shy to pray. And if I'm not shy to talk and make my mess and say what I got to say, then I should be proud to pray out loud.
Right.
So for me, that was a learning for me. When I was writing that book, I was like, okay, I need to step up because I'm writing this book. I need to be showing out too.
Right. Because prayer is important, and it's a beautiful thing. So it's almost like a prayer workbook, if you will, huh?
It's a prayer workbook.
You have the opportunity to create these prayers that you need to do for self.
Yeah, so it talks about forgiveness, and then it gives you an example about forgiveness, and then it gives you a prayer of forgiveness, and then you create your prayer for yourself.
So what about we'll say the incident that you saw where the lady stabbed the young lady because the meal wasn't correct. What did that do for someone who looked at that? You saw that. So how did that touch your mental?
My whole when I saw it, I was just like, what trigger? It wasn't there. She was in the red already. So all her day started off from the time she woke up, from the time the thing, like that movie with Taraj Benson.
Right. I was going to mention that.
From the moment that she woke up, she was in red. It was never a green for her. And you get to that point to where that order was not really that important, but that trigger point was it. So the point of start your day off in the green somehow or another, by prayer, by talking, by writing, by, or releasing the trauma that's around you, and then trying to, even if you got to seek professional help, but whatever it is, of releasing it, and then knowing your worth. Is it really worth you getting bent out of shape of? So yeah, that's where I feel like I don't think she was ever in the green when it happened. I think something else triggered it prior to that.
I'm sure, because I don't think an order is going to make anybody lose their mind. It's always what is the foundation of your anger for the moment, because that moment was the tipping point for her. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. She just couldn't take another thing, and just, that was her only release. And again, let's go back to your books. Even those books allow us to release that vow where all that pressure and tension is building up. And that's one of the things I wanted to tell you, that why I enjoy your stuff so much, and why it's by my bed. Because sometimes you wake up and you're crazy. You wake up at the craziness. And like you said, stay in the red. Stay in the green, so your red doesn't start your day and ends your day. Because somebody's going to be hurt at the end of that. If not yourself alone. You know what I'm saying? So that's great stuff.
So how do we change yesterday to today? And when I say that, I am speaking of our generation. Our parents say whatever goes on in our house, stay in our house. How do we make that transition?
You're going to have to break the chain. It's just not breaking that chain is saying that we're going to sit down and we're going to have a talk. Like, let's just say you never talk to your kids about what bothers you in your house. Start with a weekly talk. And I'm just giving an example. Just say, hey, we're going to have a weekly talk, and I want you to tell me what's going on in your life, what's going on in our lives, because I don't want it to be that I never knew something was bothering you. Or this build up to where me and you have a blowout and all of this. You have to break the cycle of whatever your household. You are a product of, but you don't have to bring it to your new life. You know what I'm saying? Or continue life, and that's where you say the reborn comes from. You have to cut it off at some point, but it's in small steps. It's never, we're going to stop. We're going to talk about everything. No, we start off maybe weekly. Maybe I say the things that I don't like that you're doing by not folding clothes, by not, doing this or not cooking, or I come home, the trash is never out. Those are buildups. Yeah. Those are things that, we'll get mad at the smallest things, but those are buildups that are causing you.
Yeah, it's the little things that trigger.
The little things.
The little, and what you just said is the garbage. You didn't take the trash out.
Yeah,
but you put something else in it in the bag. The trash filled.
That's simple things.
Yeah, it's the little things that I think that and I tell Barry all the time that we need to go back talking to each other in our home. We pass each other, and that's it. I just had a friend say, I got up this morning and I left them right there. I'm like, but so you didn't say anything? And then another friend said that they woke up and they said good morning to the family member. And the family member said, well, what's so good about it? I said, so we need a
the point is to break that cycle, break it in some form or fashion, because if you have kids, you have kids, Miss Linda?
Oh, girl, I have them. I have about 10. I'm just kidding. I have 2 boys. Yeah.
2 boys. And a lot of times, you think, I spoke to my son today and everything is fine. But are you really asking him, how is his day?
That's right.
Is there anything I can help you with today? Or just call in and say, I love you.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us don't say it anymore. It's just be like, okay, son, did you take the trash out? All right. Okay. Call you later. Bye.
Right. Nothing was behind it. Nothing.
That's horrible.
Wow.
So listen, author, influencer, content creator, motivational speaker, all these things are under Haydé's belt. What's really next for you? What would be the next step for Haydé? What does that look like for you?
I think the next step for me is to get into colleges. That will be the next, and that'll probably be in the next 5 years, mainly because I had a personal situation of mine that my nephew committed suicide. And so for me, that will be an ultimate gift for myself to give back in that form. So I plan to go into colleges because a lot of people don't realize that kids go under the stress of having A's and B's and C, or they have to make the terms, or they in this Ivy League, school, and they don't know. And so the pressure is there, and the resources are there though, but they don't want to be categorized. They don't want to seem like they have a problem. Or the stress is actually getting them. They're taking all these pills to stay up to study for exams. And so colleges will probably be the next thing that I would do as I get better at talking in front of people. But yes.
You're doing a great job.
In the next 5 years, I think that if God is willing, next 5 years, I want to be in colleges and I want to be talking in front of the kids.
So if someone wanted you to speak now, how would they get you? Because you're here now and people see what you can do, what you deliver. How would somebody get to you? What would be the best way to get Haydé to come and speak for us?
Through the email that I provided there that I've given y'all, and as well as, reaching out to me through IG and my website as well. because I have where you can email and stuff. So yeah, you put me on the spot right there.
Girl, listen. I mean, because listen, you gotta know it,
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you brought some incredible content today,
Yes.
and there are people who are looking for you,
Right.
and just didn't know how to get you. You know, that's now that they've heard you.
Right.
You said some things tonight. You've got some books. You've got stuff that people need. You know, when I got my book from you, my first book that I got from you, which is dear to me, I did it because I love you. You know, it was great. Oh, hi. Thank you so much for your book. But when I used it and it became a part of my life, I said, well, wait a minute, this is not just general, this is real. So, you know, if you know, I want it. This one wants your stuff. I know.
I absolutely will send it there. Yeah, absolutely will send it there.
Yeah, I want the beginning of I want to learn how to write. Let me just say that. I couldn't ask you some questions on that, you know, do all that kind of stuff, but I want to learn how to write.
And when you find your style,
using your go ahead.
No, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
You were saying when you find your style.
Right.
Oh, when you find your style, you know, you'll know. Like for me, it's writing in a friendly way, like I'm talking to a friend. So everybody has their different styles. So understanding your style, then that's when your writing will just take off, because you have to understand how you want to write to the people or how you want to portray it. So
wow. So go ahead. But see, that's my issue right there. How do I know?
So who are you?
Yeah. How do I know that?
That was going to be my question. What day was it that you woke up and said, "Oh, I'm going to write this," and then here we are with a book? I mean,
like for instance, Fearless Femininity. That was the first book that I wrote, Fearless Femininity, and it was about embracing yourself unapologetically. And I was just looking at myself, and I was already not working out no more because of COVID and doing all this stuff. And then I was seeing all these people getting upset because they couldn't go out, couldn't do anything. And then I was like, you know what? We need to start loving ourselves. Why are we getting caught up in designer clothes and this and that? And we got to look a certain way. And not to say we need to be healthy, but that's where the writing in us is, well, I don't want it to be textbook. I don't want it to be where it says you need to work out 5 days a week or whatever. You know, I wanted it to be like, girls, take a chair. We about to go on a ride, you know?
Right.
So
that's who I think that I would want to be, that person. Like you just said, okay, so just sit here. Let's talk about some things, girl. I have a lot of things. And I talk to myself here. So it's almost like, should I get a recorder and just say what I'm saying? But then people are going to think I'm really crazy because I talk to myself all the time.
No, you're not crazy. Keep doing that. Keep doing that, because that's what I started writing. Barry can tell you my notebooks be like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I just write. I just write.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot. That's
so yeah.
Okay, so I got to just figure out who I am and how I want to portray myself in my writing. And
absolutely,
how to do that.
You're gonna do it like she did it. Something's gonna inspire you, because COVID inspired her and made us say, well, since I got this free time and we need to do better, that began the writing for you, right? And so you just have to find that moment. You know, that you
like for instance, this podcast that y'all doing, I mean, you're doing of different varieties of different topics, and you're finding yourself by talking about, for instance, your family, your childhood, your things. You're already talking about the things that you actually want to express. So it's just putting it down on paper and then just getting a right editor to just write everything perfectly to align to your style. So you definitely have it.
And I'm about to have my 10 books. But oh my God, I don't like the end of our show. I don't like it, because I'll be just getting into
where we go.
Yeah. It's like I'm driving now, but girl, listen, I truly appreciate you being here and guiding me. If you don't guide no one else, guiding me
Thank you.
to get some of these things out of my head and put them on paper. So
Alice says, thank you, Miss Haydé, for all the information and the books. I've always wanted to know about this. So she thanks you for all the information
thank you.
portrayed tonight. So yeah, so that was great stuff. You know?
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. I'm worldwide. All the books, you just type in my name, Haydé Miller, and I sell in Belgium, Germany. I sell worldwide on the book. So it's definitely, Amazon, Walmart, and on TikTok as well. And I do the skincare on TikTok. I'm a social media on there. So they send me all these different products.
It's amazing. Glowing, girl.
It is.
I want that skin. Okay.
All right, that's another show. That's another show. Right? That's another show. But stick around because we want to talk about our 2 cents. Our 2 cents.
So don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. So,
we're gonna do our 2 cents. We do every week, and this week we're talking about
what are we talking about? A Chinese guy?
Yeah.
Black. By Black. That's what it is. That's how we're gonna name it.
It's our piece.
Yes.
And
but what took place with the Chinese guy killing the little boy, what he said stole a bottle of water, and you shoot him in the back.
What happened?
Yeah. So, and then one of the Chinese guys come on and say, they don't need us and all that kind of stuff. So now that we know that these people care absolutely nothing about us, and we've been trying to do this for a long time as our ancestors did it before us, we have to keep that money into our community. And they are absolutely right. They don't need us because we don't need them. There's everything that they were doing. I just went to a Black-owned beauty supply store in Pearland. If I tell you this store was absolutely beautiful, it was clean, it was well organized, and those were my people. And I felt bad, like
on Highway 6.
It's out Pearland and somewhere out there. I know how to get there, but anyway, it was out there. No, it's not on Highway 6, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I could have gone to the nail shop where I normally would go 10 minutes from my house, but instead I went 45 minutes away just to be with a Black-owned nail tech. And I would never go back to Chinese. We got to keep our money in our community. And that's how we're going to show them we don't care about y'all either. And for whatever you have, we have it. We've created so much, ladies. We could take that hair off our head, go back to that old, what that was, the straightening comb. Who did that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all these people before us created all of this stuff, and we don't need nobody but ourselves. Mm-hmm. So let's buy back Black. We got to go that direction.
So that's our new campaign. Yeah. We're going to buy Black.
That's it.
So to make sure that our money stays within the community. And we all know somebody who has a Black-owned business.
That's right.
We want to eat Black. We want to shop Black. We want beauties by Black.
Yes.
I mean, it's not like it's difficult to find.
Right.
They're out there, and we're so busy. This is the ugly part. We're so busy trying to figure out why you drive a Mercedes and why you do this and why you do that, when it has nothing to do with it at all. These people are working hard, and we need to pour into them and get them. Listen, I want my product for my hair. I want it to be Black because my hair is Black.
Right.
It's silver in color, but it's Black grown hair. And I need to talk to somebody who understands my curl pattern and understands how my hair grows and what I eat. You know, what you eat determines how your hair looks as well. And I eat Black.
Right.
You know, I love pig feet and pork chops and
all that stuff. You know, we can cook all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, please
buy Black. That means you got to go and shop it. Okay. You know they're there.
Exactly. Because all you have to do is put in Black nail tech. That's it.
Or Black-owned businesses.
Yeah. Come on. And I just learned about a Black grocery store on the north side of Houston.
See there?
We have all of these things in your city. And yesterday, when they were doing all kind of crazy things, our family, our parents, what sweet potato fries. Let me just say that. Sweet potato fries, my mother used to fix those for us when we were kids. Just think if we would have put that on the market. Now you go into these people's store and they got sweet potato fries on the menu.
Frozen as well.
Yeah, yeah.
In the supermarket.
Yeah. And we've been doing this since
forever.
Right. I'm 68, 9. One of them years. I'm one of those in the 60s. How about that? Late 60s. And we've been doing that for a minute.
Yes.
And everything that we think of, somebody else, I ain't gonna say pink, white, black, whatever, green, yellow, but they get it. They get it and put it out there. Oxtails. That's the stuff they threw out there to our people. And now we can't get them because they want them $44 a pound. Exactly. 44. Exactly.
So we need to get back to it.
We have to.
I appreciate you saying that.
At
first I was saying, well, but that means that we have to get our mindsets together and stop with this, crab in the barrel mentality. We're in this game together, and we need to help each other. We need to reach back in that barrel and pull that next guy out. So that way he will turn around and pull the next guy out, and then he will turn around and pull the next guy out. We have to continue the chain. To make sure that we're looking behind ourselves and pulling the next guy out of the barrel.
That's it, pulling them up. Yes. I learned last weekend that I didn't know that. They had this question about it was a fashion show on the street, right? And they said, where was this? I'm like, well, I'm not from Arkansas. I don't know what this was. But it was the Black Wall Street in Arkansas, in Little Rock. I said, wait a minute.
A girlfriend of mine went to that and said she had a wonderful time.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yes. Only the sun was out there, but it was awesome. The questions that was asked and the answers. I was like, for real? That's what this was right here. But we can make that happen again.
We can.
We can make that happen in any city, any state. And if we need to go get our own state, let's go do that.
Yeah,
let's go do that. Let's go
black state. Would that be
each one teach one.
Each one. That's exactly it.
Exactly.
Janet, I love you, Janet. That was Janet Kitchen from Florida.
Hey girl. Yeah, but we have to. We have to go back to that, and we have to know who our neighbors are. We have to be able to talk to our children.
Yes,
we have to. So we need our men and our women. So the big papas and the big mamas now,
which is
that's
us.
Yeah, that is us. But we have to reach out to all of them and make these things happen.
Yes, exactly.
And let them know how valuable they are. No one can take whatever. That's what Mama said to us. Once we get in our head, that's it. So
y'all look nice. Look like y'all dressed for church anniversary.
Who is that? That's Bridget.
Bridget, that's good.
See, that is.
You gonna do the tables?
Oh, okay. That's it. Because it's already done with her. But this has been great. We need to know our history. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Janice.
Yes,
that's
exactly
correct.
That's it. We need to know our history.
Right.
And we need to have the tenacity to know that that's what we need. We need to go back to that old-fashioned thing and really do what we need to do.
I've been saying that forever.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Janet was on the mark with that, and I appreciate that.
Forever and ever. So it's okay to be Black.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
That's why they hate us so much, because they can't get us down. Now, you can frustrate me for a minute and don't stand too close, but it's okay to be Black. It's okay.
Listen, y'all, that's our time for this week. We had a wonderful time. Haydé Miller, you're amazing, and we love you, and we look forward to seeing you back on the show again with that cookbook.
And that's what I want. I want to say the same thing. Girl, let me get that copy of the cookbook. I'm just going to read it. That's all I can do.
We're going to be right here next week. We've got safe, summer safety. One of the officers in the city is going to come on through and tell us what we need to do and how we need to protect ourselves during this time. So people, thank you so much. Don't forget to
like, share, and subscribe.
That's it.
Let me do it again.
Go ahead.
Like, share, and subscribe. Barry's agent is looking at me. You know, he wants to sign me. However,
not
that won't
yet.
happen. So again, we say good night and
We
thank
love
you
you
for
guys.
joining us. See
Continue
you
support.
next week. Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. I like
There
that.
we go.
Yeah.
Fight
there
just
you
to
go.
shine more light, entertainment, fashion, business, and more. Open up your mind when you walk through the door. Square up, come square up.